rassemblés devant toi, Seigneur. Prêt à recevoir ton Esprit Saint. Le cœur grand ouvert, nous attendons que ta puissance descende maintenant. Envoie ton esprit, souffle sur nos cœurs et que ces instants soient remplis de ta puissance. Envoie ton esprit, souffle sur mon cœur. Et toute ma vie soit remplie de ta puissance. Envoie ton esprit, souffle sur nos cœurs et que ces instants soient remplis.
Challenges will be there, but if our lives as missionaries of Africa are deeply rooted in Christ, there is no reason to fear.
To just give an example, somebody like me who is in one of the smaller groups of YP, every so often we used to task them with areas that we were not able to answer, and they're always very willing to help us through. And at times we'll just give them a topic to guide us through. So in that we've grown our faith, and it's been a blessing to know them, to experience them, to have them in our groups.
I would honestly say that the taste of a missionary life is really in the pastoral work. And when you succeed in the pastoral work, you will really enjoy it.
Ma vie soit remplie de ta puissance.
I'm Father Innocent Maganya Alerimana from the Democratic Republic of Congo. I'm a missionary of Africa known as White Fathers, and I'm a rector of this formation house. I've been here since 2010, but as a rector since 2013. Why we came to South B instead of Langata Karen, where most of the congregations have their formation houses. It is a choice that we made as a congregation to come close to the peripheries. The formation house is situated not far from Mukuru slums, Mukuru Kayaba, Mukuru Lungalunga, and Mukuru Kwanjenga, and we wanted a place nearby for the pastoral insertion of our candidates. That is why we came this side. If you come today in the area of Balozi, you might see quite a lot of development but in those days our house was closer to the slums than we are today. Our formation system takes 10 to 11 years in different stages, what we call phases. The first phase is that of philosophy, which the students do in their own countries or in the neighboring country in the same region, where they do 3 years of philosophy. After philosophy, they are recommended for what we call a spiritual year, either in an English speaking system or in a French speaking system, where they learn about the society and mostly about, they are introduced into the Ignatian spirituality, Ignatian way of praying and Ignatian way of discernment. And for that we are, in terms of spirituality, we are very much close to the Jesuits. After 1 year of a spiritual year, which is the second phase, they are sent for pastoral training for 2 years in a different country, which is not their own country, where they learn about the language, the culture. They learn really how to insert themselves into the lives of the people. They stay there for 2 years in a community set up of the Missionaries of Africa, preferably in a parish setup. That is the third phase of our formation. After the third phase of the formation, they are sent now to theology, the last phase. So here we have students or candidates who come from different countries, and currently we have 18 different nationalities living in this house for the last stage of their formation.
I was motivated by their charism, their way of life, and leaving their own country to a distant country like mine to spread the good news. I was motivated by that, and that was what motivated me actually to join the Missionaries of Africa, to also share that good news they brought all the way from Europe to my country, to share that good news with other parts of the world, and especially in Africa.
The main reason why I joined Missionaries of Africa is their charisma, and they are running a center for formation, and I really liked it to see the way they are living and their community life.
Actually, what inspired me to join the Missionaries of Africa, it is what they have actually done in my district. They have done a number of developmental projects. They have built a number of schools, and actually they are the first missionaries to be who came to that particular area. So they did a number. They have even constructed the teachers' college, and they have been helping, doing a lot of charity works and towards some of the less privileged people. So when I was looking at their works, then I kind of felt motivated, let me be part of this group that has been changing the lives of people.
You know, I was touched by the lifestyle of the Missionaries of Africa when some of them came to visit us. Yes, I was particularly touched by them.
Because the reason is very simple. See, when I was very young, I wanted to become missionary, you see. So
one of the reasons why I joined Missionaries of Africa was the focus of mission when it comes to the society. The Society of Missionaries of Africa focuses its mission on the African people, and that seemed to be a passion for me. So I decided to join
South Africa, to be able to go and give the good news, the gospel of Jesus, to the people who do not know it, as it is part of their charism.
So I had a zeal or interest being a missionary. So, and also when I contacted the Missionaries of Africa, I was very inspired by the work and
First of all is community life, to serve God in a community life, international community, intercontinental, interracial community, and especially with their charisma to serve Africa and the African world.
When the candidates reach this stage, they have 7 years of formation behind them. They come to this stage as mature people who have proved themselves through all these years and are committed to a life with the missionaries of Africa. So our role as formators is just to accompany them during this last stage of their formation, where I would say 95% of their time is dedicated to the academic life with all the challenges of an academic setup. In this case at Tangaza University College. When we accompany them, we look at different elements. One is the human formation, human maturity. The second element we look at is community life, which is very dear to us as missionaries of Africa. How do they insert themselves into the community? How do they relate with each other? How do they relate with the people outside? It's very important for us, the community aspect. Because when they finish their formation and they make their oath, missionary oath, and are ordained, some of them ordained priests, they will be sent to a community of at least 3 confreres. The other element we look at is the academic life. We want to prepare people who are ready to face the challenges of this complex world with a solid academic formation. They are going to meet people of different backgrounds, and they will be able to address themselves and minister to different kind of people, and they need a solid academic formation. The third element we look at is their spiritual life. How are they ready to follow their Master, Jesus Christ? How are they ready to let themselves be led by the Holy Spirit? It's an important aspect. I would say the foundation of their being here. Everything has to be sustained and supported by a strong and solid spirituality. The other element we look at is their pastoral life. How do they insert themselves in a concrete pastoral situation? How are they able to link their academic studies with their pastoral life? How are they able to reflect theologically on their pastoral life? And then at the end, we point to them at the end of each year some areas of growth, and at the same time we bring out what we call the strength that they have in them and building their capacity, their potentiality, so that they may at the end of the 4 years go out as joyful disciples to serve their Master, the Lord Jesus Christ.
Dans les matins de
First of all, the main objective for us, Missionaries of Africa, to remain in this parish for long is to offer the opportunity to our students of Balozi to have the pastoral experience here. And we have got 5 main areas where they can offer, and they are offering their services. The first area is the small Christian communities. There we have a good number of them who are helping our Christians to deepen more their faith through their daily or their weekly prayers, weekly meetings in their groups. We have a second area is catechesis, where we've got also a good support from our students there. And then the pastoral with the students, and that is the YCS. We have, for example, in the RTI, the RTI is the Railway Training Institute. We have got a good number of them helping there also. And Kenya Mass Communication, there are students who are helping also there. Then another group with the TUSA. TUSA is Tushirikiane Africa, and there we have got 2 students who are also helping there. And my wish is also that if they could continue with the Justice and Peace Commission, because there we need many of support from our students. Another area where I wish them to continue is also with social welfare office. These social welfare office, they work together also with Justice and Peace and other groups, so this can help us more. So we thank our students for this good support they're giving us. Thank you.
Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. It started 12 years ago, actually, this Pentecost. It was started by a group of people who could not quite fit in CWA, CMA, CWA meaning Catholic Women Association, and CMA Catholic Men Association. They thought they couldn't quite fit in the same space with their parents, so they came together and started meeting together, and this is how it was formed. Together with Father Clement, the late Father Clement, who helped them in the journey of forming YP. At the moment, we are 105 strong members. Personally, I joined YP in 2010. That's now 7 years down the line, and still enjoying my time in YP because it's a family and we treat each other as brothers and sisters. I actually heard about it in 2009, came registered, but I didn't quite stay. But there's this young lady by the name of Marianne, who every time I would meet her, she would have this absolutely fantastic smile, and she would say hello to me. And an year later, that same year I went for a retreat with them in October. That's our month for retreats. And I felt at home, and my journey with YP started there. What keeps me in YP is that over the 7 years, I have found absolutely fantastic friends. I like the activities, they keep us engaged. The outreaches, the team building activities, our recollections, our retreats. There's always something to look forward to every single month.
Yeah.
first two brothers who are now priests, and this year will be their second year, was in 2013. That is Father Lawrence and Father Josephat. This year we had two, but one has left for his priestly ordination back home, and now currently we have one brother who's still with us. They have really taught us the Catholic faith. To just give an example, somebody like me who is in one of the smaller groups of YP, every so often we used to task them with areas that we were not able to answer, and they're always very willing to help us through. And at times we'll just give them a topic to guide us through. So in that we've grown our faith, and it's been a blessing to know them, to experience them, to have them in our groups. It was more or less like a two-way traffic. We learned from them, and they also learned from us. They learned the African way, because most of them are the Kenyan way, because most of them were not Kenyans. So they got an opportunity to learn a little bit of who we are as Kenyans. Yes.
As impact of this involvement, I would say I classify them in two. First of all, qualitatively and quantitatively. Quantitatively, we have a number of people helping us in the pastoral work, because these pastoral visitors in small Christian communities, in catechesis, we have more people helping in that area. Qualitatively, I do get good feedback from the people. Thank brother so and so have helped us to understand the meaning of this. So this makes us really to see that there is a quality service they're giving there, and would like still more to continue giving that. Well, as word of encouragement, I would say the pastoral work is one of the backbones, I would say, of our society, and it is part of what we call our charism. So apostolate is very, very important already right from our formation time, and this is why I would still encourage all our students, our candidates, to really give themselves totally to the apostolate, because it is the foretaste of the life you are going to have in the future. Then it is very, very important to start really enjoying it right now, because when you wait for it for the future only, then sometimes it can become a problem. Take it as the real life of the future missionary. Now, thank you.
Rassemblés devant toi, Seigneur, prêt à recevoir ton Esprit Saint. Le cœur grand ouvert, nous attendons que ta puissance descende maintenant. Envoie ton esprit.
One of the services I rendered last year was to be in charge of the cars. That means being the one who organizes, who drives which car, and to be able to organize which car comes back from Tangaza home, because sometimes we have afternoon classes. So that service it was not an easy one, because dealing with the people, sometimes it is not easy to have to explain to brothers why is this car and not this car, or to organize who is the brother who is going to drive which car. But my joy is, my happy moment in this service is that brothers are very kind. They helped me a lot. It's a heavy task. I cannot do it alone. There are different parts to it, to go for services in the police station, to go for paying different things in the garage where we make the servicing of the cars also. Now the police will pay inspection, we do inspection. The brothers, in that inspection takes the whole day. But I must say that the brothers were very kind. They helped me to go to spend that whole day in the police station while personally I was going to school. So that support was a very, very joyful moment in that responsibility.
I know that there are challenges in life, and at the end of the fourth phase, we are afraid because of the challenges we might face into the mission. Because for 10-11 years, we have been blessed by what the society provides in order that we may really have a good atmosphere and a conducive atmosphere for formation. Yes, challenges are there. What I would like just to say is to encourage each one of us to build our life on a strong and solid spirituality. And this goes with the motivation. Why do I want to become a missionary of Africa? Basically, if I can say, that is because of the love of Christ, a love that I have experienced because of my deep relation with the person of Christ, that I also like to commit myself to Him and to my brothers and sisters. Then I am on the right track. Challenges are there, distractions are there, but we have always to come back to the person of Christ, to anchor our missionary life on the person of Christ.
Push-ups, 10 sit-ups. How many? Come slowly. Start your hey, that's not position of and count. Count.